Hey everybody! I know I've been gone for a little while, but y'all know how it go with me. It's always something. Anyway, so I'm catching up on Black Ink Crew, episode 10, and then after I'll do the episodes that came on this week, as well as maybe a couple of other special vlogs. Say hi. She has a little bit of a cold, so if you hear her coughing, that's what it is. Say hi. So let's get into it. So we start off in episode 10. The crew is back in New York after being at Duchess grand opening in North Carolina of her shop, and basically Osh is spiraling out of control and he knows it. So he goes to the doctor to get checked out because he has blood in his urine. Usually that means like an STD or something serious, but so he's like, I have blood in my urine, I need to get it checked out, blah blah blah. So Caesar comes to the shop and he discusses Dinah. Whoa, Donna coming to North Carolina, basically with the problem of like the beef or whatever that she has with him and Duchess or whatever. So like I said in my video, I was like, I didn't really want Donna to go to North Carolina with that, because it's like you're on Duchess turf, basically. So whoever is there for Duchess is gonna defend Duchess, which is what happened. Her family was there, they defended her, whatever. So Caesar's just discussing it and just letting them know that this is what happened, that he basically fired Donna because of what happened in North Carolina. Okay, so since that happened, we get to Arts of Ink, and Puma is meeting with Donna. And Donna explains her issues with Black Ink. She feels like they don't respect her. She feels like they're always nitpicking at everything she does, and she's tired of it. She's been apprenticing for forever, and she hasn't really learned much from them besides the fact that they don't like her and how they think of her, whatever. So, Puma, he gives her a chance, and he looks at her portfolio, and he's like, I see your potential. You just need a lot of help. You need a lot of work. So I'll hire you, I'll bring you on board, let you see what you can do, see how good you are. And the thing I like about Puma is that Puma is way more level-headed and reasonable than Caesar is. Caesar goes off of emotion way too much. And sometimes as a boss, you can't do that. You have to you have to use just your business sense. Now, Puma and Donna don't really have, as far as I know, they don't really have any history or anything like that with each other. So that's why it was easy for him to say, do the right thing as a boss and say, hey, let me check out your portfolio. Let me see how good you are. I feel like Caesar hasn't done that. I feel like Caesar just brought Donna on board and they kind of use her as a scapegoat. That's how I feel. Because since Donna has been on this show, they've all been talking about how many men that Donna has slept with, what Donna does. They don't talk about her talent. They don't talk about how good or how bad she is at tattooing. And that's the thing that annoys me. Like I said, Caesar, he goes off of emotion. So because he feels a certain way about Donna, he doesn't want to deal with her or whatever. Like, the only time I really had Caesar's back was when he told Donna, like, basically, you're not fired, but I need you to work on your portfolio. I need for you to take a break, and I need for you to work on your portfolio. So we get back to Pretty in Ink, and after the whole fight and everything, business is booming, but they discuss the re-engagement of Duchess and Caesar. And, her sister and her mom is asking questions like, what made him propose a second time? Like, what's the deal with that or whatever? So Duchess is feeling like, we really love each other. We do want to get married, but we have issues within our relationship we need to work on. So her mother and her sister is like, well, y'all need to get it together or y'all going to always have those issues. Like, I don't really know about you marrying him because he has all of this on his plate. So they discuss Caesar and his child support situation with his baby mother. Again, I don't like Caesar's baby mother. She is ugly. Let's just put it out there. She's ugly. She's bitter. And it's like she always got her hand out. Like, if it's possible, she's a worse version of Kathy. The only thing I can say about her is that we've only seen her like in a couple of episodes, and that was early on, like, you know, in the seasons. But Caesar's baby mother is mad, like, money hungry, and you can tell. And it's like she's very bitter because he doesn't want to be with her. Like, this is what I see. And you know, there's women like her out here every day who have babies with dudes, and they use the baby as a pawn to keep the man miserable, and it's stupid. And you know, the system is corrupt because the system always goes on the mother's side and always defends the mother, like, you know, the mother is innocent and the father is just supposed to pay, the father's a deadbeat, you know, all kinds of stuff. So Duchess is saying that the main issue in their relationship is the fact that they have to deal with Caesar's baby mother. And Caesar is just the type, he likes to avoid that situation like the plague. And just do what he can to keep her, you know, to keep his baby mother off his back, which is understandable. So Duchess is basically like, she doesn't really want to focus on that drama. She wants to focus on her business. But it's like, regardless of whether you want to ignore it or not, Duchess, if you're planning on marrying this man, you plan on marrying his daughter as well. So whatever issues that he has in a relationship, you have to deal with as well. That includes the baby mother, because she's not going anywhere. That's his child's mother, whether you both like it or not. Hello. So Caesar gets in like a call from his mom. He's in Florida because she has an emergency surgery, and she has kidney disease, and this is her 7th surgery, and Caesar is just afraid that it might be her final surgery. So, you know, the conversation basically shifted from her illness to Caesar and his engagement to Duchess. And to put it quite frankly, Caesar's mother don't like Duchess. And I kind of could understand why, because she feels like Duchess is all about herself and she's not about the relationship, which is what it is. Duchess is very I, me. You know, I did this by myself. It's all about me and my business. Like, it's not, you know, it's not like she's trying to build with Caesar. Like, yeah, they have their own separate businesses, but still, you should say, you know, this is for us and our future, not, oh, this is for me. This is my business. This is all about me. I did this. Next thing I'm gonna do is figure out, like, buy me my house. Like, it's not just about you. And I understand, why would you do that? I understand where his mother is coming from with her concerns with Duchess. So Caesar is trying to block all of that out and just put his focus on his mother. He's scared for his mother. He's scared that if she goes into surgery, she's not gonna come out, you know. So we get back to Art to Ink, and it's Donna's first day, and, you know, she basically needing the supplies that she needs because her twin sister, which I didn't know Donna had a twin sister, is coming to get a tattoo. So, you know, her sister is like, you know, her sister arrives, and, you know, Donna's just trying to figure out, like, how she's going to do the tattoo. And, you know, her sister basically tells her, take her time, you know, I'm here or whatever. And her sister are, like, really polar opposite. Like, Donna is the rebel, Donna is the wild child. Her sister is more zen and calm. Her sister's a mom, so she's like very laid back, she's chill. But they do look alike. Like, you can tell, like, I think she said they're fraternal twins, but in a way they look a little bit identical. Bless you. They look a little bit identical. They have like the same eyes and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, she has a twin. Her twin is pretty, you know, and Donna's a pretty girl. Like, you know, even with the tattoos, without the tattoos, Donna is a pretty girl. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's not a toy. So, don't tell me no. So, Donna is doing a tattoo, and she basically feels like she has a better vibe from Art to Ink because there's no drama. It's more zen. And the tattoo that her sister's getting is a yin and yang tattoo. Like, you know, Donna is the rebel. Donna is the wild child. Whereas her sister is, like I said, is zen, is calm. So they're like yin and yang. Like, you know, she's the rebel, she's the zen one, but together they still love each other. They still come together like yin and yang. Yin and yang is opposites. So that's her and her sister. So now we get to Sky and Donna, and they're catching up and discussing, Max and her future with Max. Now we all know Max is Donna's fiance and he's locked up, I think on drug charges or something like that. So she knows that he cheated and had another baby with his baby mother. But she wants answers from the baby mother because she feels like Max is not telling her everything that he needs to tell her as far as the baby mother goes. So she's like, I just need to know if it's deeper than what she's saying it is or he's saying it is, like, because you already cheated. So it's like, what else is going on that you're not telling me? So now we get to Osh, and he's at the doctor, and he's telling the doctor, hey, I have blood in my urine. I got drunk and I fell. I need to figure out what's going on. First of all, you need to stop drinking, dude. You need to leave the substance abuse, the drugs, all of that. Leave it alone and go cold turkey. You got 3, possibly 4 kids, my dude. Like, you need to get it together. And I mean, I know it may be hard, but he needs to get it together. His life is just crap. So, get from over there. Get from over there.
You listen?
No, you don't listen. So, what else? Okay, so the doctor's telling him, well, we need to do a prostate exam to just determine if there's any cancer, anything, that's not, anything that could be alarming, like we need to check. So she refuses to do it because, a prostate exam, it requires for them to go through your anal cavity, and men don't like that at all. But I mean, unfortunately, it has to be done, especially after the age of 40. I think they have to get it annually, like every year. So, but I mean, it's uncomfortable. You have to sit there with some dude or some chick's hand in your butt. So he didn't want to have it done. He was refusing to have it done, but the doctors persuaded him and like, listen, this is for your health. You have to get it done at some point. So it's better you get it done now when you find out what the issue is rather than wait and then it's something fatal. So he has it done, and it's like, an awkward experience. But I mean, at the same time, his reaction was funny as hell. So Sky is on these like little speed dates or whatever, where she goes on a date with 2 guys or whatever, and both of them were white. The first guy that came in, he was more, very the opposite of Sky, because Sky is wild. Sky is very liberating. She's very fun. So the guy was very, very normal. He likes to watch Matlock. Stuff. I mean, not literally, but he was just very reserved, not Sky's type. But then the next guy that came, he was like a white thug, like, he was Sky's type, takes steroids, he was a felon, all kinds of craziness. So that's Sky's type. And she's like, I'm just doing this for fun. Thank you, Instagram gods. I done found me a thuggish white boy. I'm down with the swirl. Like, Sky really brings a lot of comedic relief to Black Ink. Like, she's very, she's like she's like the breath of fresh air. Like one of the cast members who are like the breath of fresh air of the cast. So now we get to Duchess and Caesar, and they're toasting each other because they're both working. Get down. They're both working on their future. Caesar plans to move Black Ink to 125th. Duchess done opened up her business and everything is good. So, he's basically like, well, what's next? And she's like, oh, my house, and see, I'm. So she's like, oh, my house in North Carolina, and then we could get married. And it's like, why can't y'all get married first and then get that house together in North Carolina? Like, again, if you're going into a marriage, it's for you to become one, not for you to lock Caesar down, have him on a leash, and think you're going to control him. That's how I feel like that's what I feel like Duchess is doing. So Caesar has like this crazy wedding idea where he wants a Henny fountain, like a chocolate fountain or like a water fountain, but he wanted to be raining Henny. And I'm like, that is so, like, you could take the dude out the ghetto. But whatever, it's your wedding. You should live it up that day. That's the one time where you just, it's all about you and what you want to see. It's about you and your bride, and it's like seeing y'all ideas and y'all, coming together as one. All of that coming into fruition. So go ahead, have your Henny fountain. That's cool. So Duchess basically wants to iron out the issues that hinder their relationship. And I agree with Duchess wanting to approach this situation. I didn't really like how Caesar, his reaction was towards it, because it's like still he's trying to avoid the issue. He doesn't want to talk about it. Duchess wants to talk about Crystal and Cheyenne, and she's like, listen, I know you don't want to deal with the situation, but whether you know it or not, if I marry you, I'm marrying her and I'm marrying Cheyenne too, because we're going to be a family. And if we have a baby together, that will be Cheyenne's siblings. So don't you want them to have a relationship, a connection? And Caesar is like, listen, I do want that, but you know how Crystal is. You know that she's drama filled. You know it's always something with her. I just don't want to talk about it. So Duchess just wants everything to be okay, but Caesar is just dismissing the issue, avoiding it at all costs. And it's like, Caesar, you can't do that. Because like I said, whether you like it or not, that's who you chose to be the child, the mother of your child. So you have to deal with it for the rest of your life. And avoiding it now is going to just create more issues later on, especially with Cheyenne. Because y'all can't get it together. Cheyenne is going to get older and she's going to resent one or the both of you. Believe me. Okay? Believe me. It's gonna happen. Exhibit A. All right? I'm just saying. So, Caesar, you got to stop avoiding the issue. You and your baby mother need to sit down like two grown people. And if you feel like y'all can, then you might have to have a mediator, something. But something has to give. Because people who have kids and they're in these type of situations, they don't realize that this does not hurt the other person. It hurts the kid. And that's what frustrates me. And that's why I'm so annoyed with Crystal. And I'm so annoyed with people like Crystal who use their kids as pawns to get back at the dad because the dad no longer wants to be with you. Or you and the dad can't. It's annoying. And I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. It's so dumb. Stop using these babies as pawns to get back at the guy or the girl that dumped you or no longer wants to be with you. Take that L and move on. Like, my God, he don't want you. So stop trying to make his life miserable because you're miserable. Move on. Get yourself together. Focus on you. Try to co-parent. But stop being stupid and using these babies as pawns. It pisses me off. It's so annoying. Then I hate, the thing I hate the most about it is that they know that all they got to do is give a sob story or some type of story to make the dude look like a deadbeat, and the judge is going to rule in their favor. They manipulate the system. It pisses me off. It's so annoying. Moving on. So now we get to Donna and Max's baby mother. Ashley, I think her name was. So they meet up, and Donna has questions for her like, how often do you and Max talk? Are y'all still messing around? What's going on? And she's like, listen, we do mess around. We have phone sex like every day, every other day. And, yeah, it is what it is. He still wants, he want that old thing back, and it doesn't matter anyway because you're a slut. I'm like, geez, girl, okay. So they were legit about to fight, and baby mama got up. I don't know if her punch or her slap or whatever connected with Donna's face. It looked like she swung and she kind of missed, and security caught her. It looked like she kind of connected with Donna's face, and Donna was pissed that she couldn't hit her back. So Donna wanted to fight, but she couldn't because security was there. So security escorted Ashley out. Donna, and then perfect timing because Max calls her. And, Donna's like, yo, I just almost fought with your baby mother. I'm going to fight her again. I'm going to be at her house. Da, da, da. And Max is like, no, you're not going to do that. No, you're not going to do that. That is the mother of my child. That's not going to happen. Right there, Donna, that should have been your red flag, because the simple fact that he didn't even ask if you were okay should tell you that it's still something going on between him and baby mother. And you're supposed to be his fiance. Not to say that you're over the mother of his child, but the first thing he should have said instead of defending her, it should have been, babe, are you okay? I'm sorry this is happening to you. Oh my God, I can't believe she did that. I'm going to have to call her and say something to her. As opposed to, no, you're not going to do that. That's the mother of my child. Why would you do some dumb ish like that? That right there, red flag number one. First of all, red flag number one should have been the fact that he had a baby on you while y'all were together. That's red flag number one. Red flag number two should have been when you was on the phone with him and he did not defend you, but he defended her. You see where his loyalty lies. So he basically doesn't want to be questioned about it. And I'm sitting up here like, whoa, pause. My dude, you're in jail. You have no power. Your power is gone. Are you kidding me? So if I was Donna, I'd be like, listen, you know what? I'm done. Take your ring, have a nice life in jail, enjoy your baby mama, y'all get married, have your conjugal visits, have your phone sex, have all of that. Do it up. I'm done. I can understand you love dude, but I would not even waste my time. That is some drama that you don't need, Donnie. You have no ties to do. You ain't got no kids with him. The only thing you got is the fact that you love him. Okay, well, he gonna be in jail for 6 years. And this is proven right now that he gonna be all about himself when he gets out of jail. People promise you the moon, the stars, the sun, the planet, the whole entire solar system when they are in jail. When they get out of jail, it's a completely different story. Okay? So that was, episode 10. Y'all let me know how y'all felt. I know it's it happened 2 weeks ago, but I'm pretty sure people still got opinions or whatever. So y'all let me know how y'all feel. I'm going to catch up on the rest of my stuff. I even have a couple of reviews and videos that I want to do just because or whatever. But I'll get into Love and Hip Hop and the next episode of Black Ink Crew and the next couple of videos. So stay tuned. Later.